lights are on as we look across the East River and see New York City. Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the Barclays Center. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined as always by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one is Mario Chalmers.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball, and he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve, but his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific. You know, when something works for you, you stay with it. The Heat saw after the 2012 finals that small ball was very effective for them. You can see why they chose to do that, given how hard it is to find a power forward that can match up with LeBron. Makes good sense.
And so the tip-off, it's Miami. Dishes at the Bosh. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And mismatches really are what make an NBA offense go at times. Not only can Miami overpower you, Steve, you know, with their sheer talent at times, but if you're trying to guard a perimeter player with a big, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, some people still see small ball as a gimmick, but, you know, for Miami, it's different because you've got LeBron James playing the power forward. So it's not really small ball. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do everything. And so the Heat become a nightmare to guard at the other end, and you can rarely take advantage of them offensively.
And so Bosh nails both of them.
Well, you know, it's still exciting to come here to the Barclays Center, this beautiful new arena, and you really like the fact that it's built to showcase basketball. Terrific sight lines, everything the fans could ask for.
Now here's Williams. Fires from the wing. And the shot is long.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. 14 feet away. The shot misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. You talk about the allure of the new arena, Steve. Even when teams are staying in the same city so often, a push is there for a new arena.
Yeah, that's the reality of the business. It's all about entertainment. It's about being cool. It's about kind of the brand, and I think that's where Brooklyn really made that huge jump last year. It was just the uniforms and the arena and the fan base and being in Brooklyn. It all came together, and now it feels like a world-class organization.
Here's LeBron following the score by Kevin Garnett. In transition, here come the Nets. Johnson's got the ball. The open shot. Williams. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out seed. That's perfection to me.
Now here's Wade. James, the pass to Haslett. That's good.
Assist from LeBron James.
And the Nets with possession here. Outside Williams. To the middle. Here's Pierce. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
You know, he still's got something left in the tank and in the league, but last year the Celtics already announced that they plan on retiring Paul Pierce's number when he does decide to hang it up. A well-deserved honor for one of the all-time great Celtics.
That's good from Pierce. And guys, Pierce has said it. It was his wish to retire a Celtic.
Yeah, I think it's a tough call sometimes. You know, the team likely is past its championship window. A rebuild is the logical thing, but for your veteran star, I mean, how does he fit in with that? Sometimes, you know, emotion gets caught up in your decision-making process, but you got to do what's best for the team.
Pierce hits two.
You know, you look at Paul Pierce and his body doesn't speak strength because he doesn't have a ton of definition, but you watch him finish against bigger players on a consistent basis. It's not until you bump into him that you recognize how power-packed he is and how strong he is.
Now, here's Chalmers. 6 on the shot clock. And here's James outside. That Excellent D there from Pierce. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Pierce, 6'7", 235. He uses that size and strength, always has. A good rebounder, tough defender. He has been this wonderful player for such a long time. And again, what I like with just the single franchise.
Yeah, and you think about his matchups against LeBron James in the playoffs over the years. Here's one of the few wings who wasn't overpowered by James, just a sign of how strong he is.
And then Wade slams it in.
You could see the eye contact there, gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Here's Williams after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Williams dishes to Pierce. Tries to keep it alive. And stolen by Chalmers. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And the jam by Udonis Haslem.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
This sure did a good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Brooklyn trailing. Outside Williams. Into Johnson. 13 feet away. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
What a tremendous feed from Williams. Great awareness.
Chalmers against Williams. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Feeds to Pierce. The shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. LeBron gets the screen from Haslem. James kicks to Haslem. And taken away by Johnson. Goes up. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when the steal triggers the break.
Yeah, it really does allow your offense to flow better. When you can get out and run and get easy opportunities, then everybody gains confidence.
And Miami has possession after the basket by Brooklyn. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
Here's Williams. Pass to Johnson. The jump hook uses the glass that time, and it's good. Johnson's got 6.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I caught up with Eric Spoelstra. We talked about how they plan to deal with Darren Williams. He said he can do it all offensively. Shoot, drive, and of course, pass. We've got to play aggressive, try to force him towards our help, and take the ball out of his hands as much as possible. Not easy, Kevin. Not one of those things.
And thank you, Doris.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Shane Battier is checked in for Udonis Haslem. Kicks it out to Johnson. And it's Miami with the rebound. Down low. And it's Chalmers, that time on the assist by LeBron. Chalmers has got his second basket of the game.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Now here's Pierce. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they're playing with so much energy offensively, the ball is really moving.
Bosh, again, the Heat, good for 2.
Assistant, Mario
Well, head coach Jason Kidd, that's a phrase I didn't expect to hear this quickly, but Kid wasted no time. Only a matter of weeks after he announced his retirement as a player, he was named the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. And it's going to be interesting to see the transition. Kid, obviously great basketball IQ, so well respected as a person in the league. I think it's just a matter of time before he really finds his footing and becomes an excellent coach.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And back to Coach Jason Kidd, Clark, a rookie at the coaching profession, but one of the most intelligent, respected point guards over his 19 years in the NBA.
Yeah, always respected as a leader, and his basketball IQ off the chart. So I think he's one of the few guys that could go right from playing to being a successful head coach.
A nice shot by LeBron.
You know, he's got a quick trigger from that range when he senses that the defense has backed off.
Williams inside, defended by Chalmers. Williams gets the bucket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
Here's Wade. Darren Williams picking up that last basket. He lobs it up, and the dunk by James.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Williams against Chalmers. Here's Johnson. Another one falls for Brooklyn. The Heat have gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. Battier with a screen on Williams. Passes to LeBron. Inside to Bosch. Stolen by Pierce. And they're on the break. A finish. And finished off by Williams.
The lead changes hands once again. There's been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
Now here's Wade. LeBron outside. Watch against Bosch. Shot clock at 6. Chalmers passed away. Johnson with the block. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. A different look for Miami. Chris Anderson has checked in for Bosch. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. Just 2 to shoot. From deep, James, and the shot is good. LeBron's got 7 points in the game.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
LeBron's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Terry outside. And Williams, here we go. And it's Evans missing.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Cole dishes to Allen. Anderson inside. Evans is there. Anderson's shot is off.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Now here's Williams. He's guarded by Cole. And Williams, here we go. And the rejection by James. Stolen by Anderson. The feed to Cole. Allen against Terry. Tipped away. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
Talking about Chris Anderson, guys, the Birdman. We weren't sure if he was going to be able to fly last season, but he did latch on with a very good Miami Heat team who was in need of some help rebounding, which is his strength. He still can do that and block shots as well.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And now a 4-point Miami lead.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
There's the pass to Bloch. It's Kirilenko on the wing. James covering. Broke loose. Off his foot. And the ref saying he kicked it. And the Birdman, a fan favorite from his days in Denver. The tattoos, his kinetic style of play, certainly drawing attention.
Well, he's an athletic presence inside at both ends of the floor. Defensively, he can slide his feet and block shots. And offensively, he's a guy who kind of hangs out on the weak side and finishes plays by catching and dunking. And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Miami's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Cole. He's guarded by Williams. LeBron drives in. And Anderson kicks to Allen. He dishes it to Cole. And stolen by Williams. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
Then, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
Here's Cole. Here's Anderson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Chris Anderson, known as the Birdman, possibly because he flies above the rim all the time. He's got a huge wingspan, great reach, leaping ability, blocks a lot of shots down there.
Birdman has always been great at defense, and as he keeps adding years in the league, you know, it's an ability of his that has never diminished. And the first one drops.
You know, no denying it's been a heck of a run the last few years for the Heat, but you can't help but wonder if the impending 2014 summer of free agency could be the end of it all. The big 3 came together in a flash of lightning, it seemed, but it could end just as fast if one or all decide to opt out.
And Clark, as you were saying, the trio of LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all have options in their contracts to become free agents in 2014 if they choose to. And, Steve, you have to think that at least 1 or 2 of them might exercise that right.
Well, you know LeBron will, because he's the most underpaid athlete probably in the history of sports. He's worth 10 times what he makes. But it's going to be interesting to see what Miami does here the next couple of years with their roster.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Allen. LeBron passes to Allen. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists now in the game. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Heat.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Now here's Williams. He's got 8. The shot by Karolinko, no good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And stolen by Darren Williams. Moving it up. Excellent D there from Allen.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Here's LeBron. And he banks in the layup. And now it's an 8-point Heat lead.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Terry with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Terry outside. There's the dish to Karolinko. Just 5 to shoot. Right side, Terry. Misses off the left iron. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat out front, up by 8. After this break. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
The front court trio of Pierce, Garnett, and Brook Lopez. Johnson is out there with Terry, so that's the Nets 5. Johnson goes in. Lopez right side. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
It seems for the past few years, the only time you heard about Brook Lopez's name was in what the Nets would give up for Dwight Howard. I mean, well, all of that talk goes away now, at least for a minute, because he signed that extension with the Nets. And because of that, I think he was more comfortable, and it showed in his production on the floor.
That free throw good from Lopez. And for Brook Lopez, a max contract going into last season. It raised some eyebrows for sure, but the way he's elevated his game, it looks like right now at least, he's been worth every penny.
Yeah, I agree with that. First-time All-Star. He improved as a shot blocker and a rebounder. And, I thought he should have got maybe some votes at least for most improved player last season. A big reason why the Nets improved so much.
That's a good point. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
The Nets had a really solid debut season in Brooklyn last year. They made the big move in trading for Joe Johnson, but they also made some small adjustments that paid off for him as well.
Now, here's Chalmers.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Chalmers taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Terry with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. He feeds it to Garnett. He kicks to Pierce. On the wing, Johnson. Wade is covering. It's stolen by Allen. And here's Wade. Takes the 3. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Wade. Allen's got 5 now. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Injuries are such a difficult part of this game.
And from a glance, you really can't tell just how bad it is, but he's going to come out, and we'll find out now how bad it is. He may be done for the game.
LeBron, he's checked in for Miami. Johnson left side. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He's got 10.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
James takes it off the glass. James has got the lead up to 11 now for Miami.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Here's Terry. Good on the 13-footer. Terry's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, that mid-range jump shot, maybe an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, it very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively.
And that's a shot he had to take.
For sure, it was a good decision, just poor execution.
Kicks to Lopez. Back to Terry. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Terry's got 4 points this quarter.
How about the delivery in the lane, just perfectly done.
The Heat leading by 7. James with it. Now Pierce defending. James dishes to Chalmers. That's good. Chalmers has got 7.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Baseline J on the way. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Such a difficult shot to defend, that turnaround.
Wade against Johnson. Chalmers off the pick from Haslam. Haslam a screen on Terry. Pocket 6. Good. And it's 13 points for LeBron.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Terry kicks to Johnson. Baseline jumper, and he hits the jump shot. Johnson's got 12.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication, has really become an outstanding coach. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Nets trail by 9. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, almost an unbelievable stat, but back in 2007, LeBron finished the season shooting almost 48% from the field. Since then, he's improved his field goal percentage every single season for 6 straight years. Last season, shooting over 56%. A lot of that has been his dedication to playing closer to the basket. LeBron famously said of posting up, quote, "There's nothing fun about it." But since he's made that commitment, Coach Spoelstra said, quote, "He has completely transformed himself as a basketball player. And in the process, he has completely transformed us." 2 titles back it up, Kevin.
That's why he's a champion, Doris. Thanks.
Yeah, such an amazing talent. He impacts the game in every way.
A moment here now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Ray Allen's injury. Doris, what's the news?
Guys, I got an update from head athletic trainer of the Heat. A very somber tone over here on the sideline, guys. It does not look to be good news at all. Losing a player like him in the meat of the season is tough for any side, and their depth will be tested during this time frame.
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope he's back out on the court soon.
Rehabbing is a tough process, Steve, and with any luck for him, it'll be a short one.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Paul Pierce. And that one's good. James. Here's Terry. It's Pierce on the wing. Lopez inside. He's covered by Bosch. Here's Garnett. Can't hit. Great D that time from Haslam.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Darren Williams checked in for Jason Terry. Here is Williams. 8 points for him. Pass to Johnson. It's stolen by Wade. Wade left side. Chalmers against Williams. James outside. It's hauled in by Williams.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Inside. In transition, here comes Miami. Moving it up. Here's Wade. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And it's 6 points for Wade.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
Garnett the pass to Lopez. Count that one.
Exceptional play to take the bump and still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it and look to finish the play right there.
A different look for Miami. Blotch comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Kirilenko's subbed in for Paul Pierce. The Nets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That's good from Lopez.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare. Then the Pacers really took them deep all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Now here's Johnson after the miss from Anderson. Johnson down low, working on James. That is good. And that's now 6 points for Brook Lopez. Miami leading by 10. And for the Heat, the Pacers were their first real test, it seemed, and they had to survive a win or go home against them. It almost seemed Clark to take away any momentum they might have had when they went up against the Spurs in the finals.
You know, it's interesting. When I think of momentum in the playoffs, it doesn't carry over from game to game or series to series. I think each game, Kevin, is really an entity in and of itself. That said, Miami found a way, despite being pushed by the Pacers and being pushed by the Spurs, both to Game 7. It came down to LeBron James's brilliance, but also the hot shooting of a complimentary role-playing winner, Shane Battier. You know, people look at Mario Chalmers and say he might not be your typical point guard. He's not a big-time penetrator or playmaker, but he's a good fit for the Heat with his active defense and spot-up shooting from long range. I think it's a hand-in-glove fit, actually.
No good on the second free throw. And Chalmers, a 3-time All-American, NCAA champion his junior season at Kansas, received the Most Outstanding Player Award for that 2008 tournament.
Hit what was probably the biggest shot in Kansas history, the three-pointer that sent that game against Memphis into overtime that allowed the Jayhawks to go on and win that national championship.
And so here is Miami after the miss from Evans, and Norris Cole is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He wants to see them being much more assertive on defense. Physically, he said, we're getting manhandled, something he does not want them putting up with. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here is Battier after the miss from Darren Williams. 5 on the clock. Battier dishes to LeBron. And again, it's the Heat missing. Nets trail by 11. It's Williams with the drive. That cuts the lead to single digits. Williams has got 10. And here are the Heat now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And LeBron throws it down.
How many times have we seen him do that? Just batter a defense with his ability to explode to the basket.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Williams kicks to Evans, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Chalmers passes to LeBron, and the foul called on Joe Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Battier dishes to LeBron, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. We talk about big-time career assists. These are the players all-time with the gift of assist. And you look at this list of the all-time leaders, you're looking at the legends of the game, the greats of the game, past and present.
Yeah, names like Mark Jackson, Jason Kidd, John Stockton, of course, you know, not just great passers, but you look at the longevity. I mean, that's an achievement in its own right.
Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Blotch.
big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
Yeah, some players and teams even shy away from that mid-range jumper, but this team seems to have it dialed in from that range.
6 to shoot. Here's Chalmers. Joe Johnson pulls it in.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic. Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
And that one's good. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
And the Heat call time here.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
The Heat leading by 7. Here's Cole. Dishes to LeBron. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I thought he'd make that one. I mean, that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Outside Williams. Feeds it to Blatch. 2 minutes. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Chris Anderson.
I would think it's safe to say that Andre Blatch grew up as an NBA player last season. His maturity was obvious. He was an impact big when he got minutes, and getting amnestied by Washington might have been the wake-up call that his career needed.
And he can't get the first one. And to go back, Clark, to Andre Blatch, what a turnaround after being cut loose by the Wizards last season. Arguably the best of his career with Brooklyn.
Well, we knew he had talent all along. I thought a big part of it was motivation and a culture of accountability. Some players are self-starters. Other guys need coaches and teammates to push them. But I thought Blatch probably had his best season yet last year.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. The Heat leading by 7. Pass to Anderson. Here's Cole. He's guarded by Williams. And Chalmers kicks to Cole. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Chalmers passes to Anderson. And he gets the bucket. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Outside Williams. Passes it to Blatch. Second chance shot. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Evans.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Outside Williams. The feed to Johnson. Puts it up. Hits the jumper. Johnson's got 16 points.
He really made that mismatch pay off. The defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
Cole dishes to Battier. The pass to Chalmers. To the right side. And Cole kicks to Anderson. It's stolen by Johnson. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Williams passes to Johnson. Watch inside. It's deflected. Here's James. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. LeBron's got 21.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off. Perfect.
Here's Blatch. No good on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first half of play. Heat lead by 9. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
I'm here with Joe Johnson. And Joe, one of the challenges with having such a deep roster like yours is figuring out everyone's roles in the system. How is the new chemistry coming together with a mix of all-star talent?
We're just trying to feel one another out. And, it's a long season. So obviously early in this young season, man, we're just taking our time right now, trying to feel our way through everything, and everything else takes care of itself.
There's no doubt it's a process, Joe. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Okay, Doris, thanks. And we'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly, but first, the halftime show.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And coming your way now, the Monday edition of our halftime show. Let's get it started. Miami up on top against Brooklyn. Just outstanding efficiency offensively. They're having a field day. It's just that simple. For LeBron, it's been way too easy against Brooklyn. High percentage looks in the first half. Amazing work from the field, shooting in the high 60s. That's big-time bucket buying. And this dedicated Nets team is weathering the storm. They've done a great job closing out their defensive possessions, grabbing boards, great rebounding. A terrific first half from Joe Johnson. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And that's all we got for you here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
He's seen the court so well tonight. He's made some phenomenal passes here in the game so far in that first half.
Some folks say he's not a playmaker, but he's dispelling all of that nonsense. The Nets certainly made a big turnaround last season, guys, going from a team that was in the lottery to a team that finished in the middle of the pack of the playoff race. But you got to wonder if the heavy contracts they have tied their hands going forward.
On the floor for Miami. On the wings, it's D. Wade and LeBron James. Haslam and Bosh up front. And it's Chalmers in at the point guard position. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That's his first foul.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Wade outside. On the wing, James. 5 to shoot. Tries from the block, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. Well, going back to your point with the Nets, Clark, they did get a lot better and have a solid core, but they also have a lot of money tied up, and if they improve, it'll have to be through the draft. But, Steve, I don't see them getting a high pick anytime soon.
Well, particularly not after the big trade they made. Getting Pierce and Garnett and Jason Terry, they had to give up 3 picks to Boston in that deal. But this is an organization that has decided to go for it, and they're going to pay a lot of money in salary.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Last season for Darren Williams, his lowest assist per game average since his rookie season, down under 8 a game. One thing he said, he talked about himself being a system player, looking for maybe a more system offense under Jason Kidd now.
That one is off. And back to that comment from Williams about being a system player. I know he expressed some difficulty going from the flex offense, Clark, that they run in Utah to the system they were running in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think more of an isolation offense here, and some said he was wasting shot clock time dribbling around, but it may be that he was asked to do more. I mean, Utah has so much movement off the ball. It was more of an equal opportunity type offense that enabled Williams to make the play with the pass as opposed to making it with the dribble, and there is a difference.
Haslam, that's good.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Johnson against Wade. They get it back. Goes back up. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Lopez.
Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play, even with a defender draped all over him. He's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And Steve, one thing that might not get as much attention, but his screens are some of the toughest and best in the league. You can go under or trail, but you're not getting through his screens.
Shoots from 12. It's hauled in by the Heat. Bosch has got 3 rebounds now in this one. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, gentlemen, head coach Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat finally getting the respect he deserves now with their multiple championships. But his players, not afraid to rib him a little. Dwayne Wade said Spoelstra's favorite word, focus. He said, here's what it sounds like to play for my coach. Come on, guys, we have to focus. Next game. Come on, guys, it's about focus. Game 82. Guys, it's about focus. Kevin, it's all about that consistent message, right?
Steady hand, Doris. The players seem to really appreciate it. And Chalmers kicks to James. Wade outside. Right wing. Bosch dishes to Wade. Wade, right side. A rebound by the Nets.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Johnson, the pass to Garnett. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Johnson kicks to Williams. It's stolen by Haslam. Now Chalmers. 10 points for him. Wade up top. Pierce covering. Wade kicks to Haslam. Knocked away. Pocket 6. Kevin Garnett with the steal. Johnson attacking and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And folks, what an outstanding array of talent we've got here. Just look at the list for all-time career scoring average. Jordan and Chamberlain and LeBron.
And of course, those guys were much more than just scorers, Kevin. They were winners, champions. But you know, as you work your way up that list, no question, that is elite company.
Wade dishes to LeBron. And the shot is good. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great teams until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. Their fast break offense has been lacking in his opinion, and he let his players know about it. Look for them to really start pushing the basketball. He told them also they should be swarming to the basket at the offensive end. He wants a lot of bodies inside. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 4 assists in the game. And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
Bosch sets the pick for LeBron. Throws it up high, and it's Wade with the jam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
The dish to Pierce. Baseline try. And too long on the shot.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little bit more on the backboard. Usually that's a great way to take control of a game.
Well, they haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
Pierce against Haslam. On the wing, James. Here's the teardrop. Garnett with the block. Here's Terry. And that one's good. Terry's got 6. Miami leading by 12. Wade passes to Haslam. Wade a screen on Garnett. The drive by James. The jump hook. Shot is off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
How about all the points they're getting off turnover?
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And the first one at the line is good. Shane Battier is checked in for Miami. Norris Cole comes in for Mario Chalmers. Pierce hits two.
You know, it's been a while since the Nets have been one of the feared teams in the East. They had their best season since their days when they would make trips to the finals in the early 2000s. Really an excellent turnaround effort from the entire organization.
And Cole kicks to Bosch. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the high post. The rebound by the Nets. Kirilenko's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bosch against Williams. He dishes it to Bloch. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And for the Nets, who were one of the big turnaround stories from last season, they did it by beating a team, Steve, they were supposed to in the rest of the Eastern Conference. Great record against the East.
Yeah, 36-16 against their Eastern foes, so pretty solid in that regard. You know, they decided early on that the key was they had to get home court advantage in the first round. And they set their goal and they hit it. Unfortunately, they got knocked off by Chicago in that first round.
A fader. No good off the back of the rim.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Williams dishes to Bloch. Chris Bosch with the rebound. Bosch has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Wade. Battier kicks to LeBron. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Much has been made about the show LeBron puts out during games, but he also puts on a spectacle in his pregame routine. Last season, he and others started pulling out all the stops and dunking in the pregame warm-up in an effort to break a sweat.
Free throw good, LeBron. And Clark, you mentioned the pregame dunks for LeBron, a devastating finisher. Some have asked why he's never competed in the All-Star Slam Dunk competition. In fact, I say that every Saturday night I'm sitting on that microphone. Why isn't LeBron in this competition?
Wouldn't it be nice? In fact, I think, didn't Magic Johnson even put up a $1 million incentive for him to compete? Yeah, it would be incredible to see him. I don't know. I think it's become almost a chore for players these days to enter, but it would be fantastic to see him out there.
Miami leading by 10. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. That's 10 points for Dwayne Wade.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Outside Williams. Second chance effort, and good. A nice layup that time from Bloch.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and Anderson slams it in.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Nets trail by 12. Williams kicks to Kirilenko. Back to Williams. He feeds it to Kirilenko. The Nets working the ball around now, and that one's good. Watch has got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Cole. He kicks it to LeBron. Puts up the baby hook, and there's another one for the Heat.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
Here's Kirilenko. Kicks it to Evans. Outside Williams. Pass to Terry. 5 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And good on the basket. Book it. Watch has got 8 points.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Here's Cole. He's guarded by Williams. Cole's shot is good. He has 5.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Nets trail by 12. Now here's Williams. He's got 15. Dishes to Evans. Here's Cole. Feeds it to Wade. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, if you just look at the numbers without knowing who Dwayne Wade was, you'd think he was probably 6'7" or 6'8", but the way he blocks shots and rebounds, even at 6'4", he just plays much bigger than he really is.
That free throw good from Wade. And you go back, Clark, to that big man game for Wade, averaging about a block shot a game for his career.
Well, you think about it. He's 6'5", but he actually has a 6'11" wingspan, and you're not going to find a stronger guy at the shooting guard position. He's over 220 pounds, and there's nothing extra there, so he brings a lot to the table.
Both free throws good from Wade.
Wade seems to be slowing down just a touch, and the difficulty as you get older when you're not a great jump shooter, which Wade is not, is that the defenses will back off you. And that's the big challenge now for Dwayne Wade, adjusting to that newer style of defense that he's going to be looking at.
Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Johnson. Timeout called, the Heat. And Steve, you go back to the strong output for Dwayne Wade last season for the 4th time. In his career, he averaged over 20 points and 5 rebounds and 5 assists a game. Clark, one of only 4 players in the league last season to hit that mark.
And Kevin, he led all shooting guards and player efficiency rating for the 5th consecutive season. Some might argue, but the numbers speak truth. He's the best shooting guard in the game.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over that last break. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Johnson. Coach obviously has a ton of faith in his offensive ability and shared that faith with the rest of the players by insisting they get him more involved. He also wants to see a lot of bodies down low at the defensive end, saying, quote, if they're going to beat us, let's make them make shots from the outside. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris. 4 on the clock. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He has great dexterity inside. He can contort his body, shift in midair, hang time. He can protect the ball and finish through contact. Just an impressive player in the paint.
And Steve, that's not a skill that most players have. I mean, that's exactly why they try to feed it to him in the paint whenever possible.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. That's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically lay-ins.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Wade double team. Watch with the steal. just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Terry.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Cole, the pass to Battier. Misses the three. And that's going to do it. So far in this one. On the perimeter, the all-star trio of Williams, Johnson, and Pierce. Down low, Kevin Garnett and Brook Lopez. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. James outside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Just 5 on the clock. Tries from 7. Here's Wade. The shot is good off the backboard. Wade's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Heat. Nets trail by 10. Williams kicks to Pierce. Lopez dishes to Johnson. It's Pierce on the wing. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
James, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, LeBron James was probably his best season statistically a year ago. I don't think there's any question about it, guys. I mean, certainly it was his most efficient offensive season. I mean, he had career highs of 56% shooting from the floor and 41% from long range. I don't know if we've seen a player of his size put together those kinds of numbers with the types of shots that he takes. I mean, just absolutely stunning what he did in terms of his efficiency last season.
Both free throws good from James. And for LeBron James, the season before last, he really focused on scoring in the post. You know, Steve, using his size and strength.
And we've seen his field goal percentage climb as a result. The low post work, I think the selection too, shoots fewer three-pointers but a higher percentage. So now, how do you guard the guy? He's got everything in the package.
Miami leading by 8. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Wade. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Johnson. Williams against Chalmers. Pass to Pierce. Johnson outside. Williams against Chalmers. Puts it up from 17. And it comes off the front of the rim. Miami's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. The drive by James. Haslam, that's good.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Chalmers against Williams, and Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Williams. And the shot is good.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
The Heat leading by 8. Wade with it. LeBron outside. Back to Wade. James outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bosch. Good on the 13-footer. And the Heat lead by 10.
They're going to have to tighten up defensively, guys, because they're really giving up way too many open looks.
Williams with the ball, now guarded by Mario Chalmers. Williams passes to Johnson. Good. And a nice assist for Williams. That's now 26 points for Johnson.
How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency. I don't think they'd have a chance without him.
James gets the screen from Bosch. Off the screen. Misses off the right iron. Nets trail by 8. Outside Williams. Kicks it out to Johnson. Off target with his 3. He'd have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Chalmers with it. Williams picks him up. And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. The feed to LeBron. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
7 seconds.
Here's Johnson. The pass to Williams. Poked away and stolen by Chalmers. Plays it in off the breakaway.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
Chalmers against Williams. Johnson outside. Puts one up from 19. Not enough on that one as it misses. Miami leading by 10. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. It's the Nets now. Outside Williams. There's the dish to Garnett. Good.
I'll tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Yeah, well, 10 of their last 12 points have come off of assists.
James outside. And here's Wade. He dishes it to Haslam, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Nets trail by 8. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. On the wing, Johnson. Wade is covering. Here's Garnett. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there. Well, you know, when Rajon Rondo went down last season and the Celtics looked to be out of any title contention, Kevin Garnett, guys, became a very hot topic on the trade market. And with his ability and experience, that should be no surprise.
First one falls for him. We talked about what Garnett can bring to a team. He's still an impactful player. Offensively, a deadly jump shooter. He reached 25,000 points last season with Boston. Also a great passer.
But it's defensively where he really makes his mark. One of the best defensive forwards I think the league has ever seen. His ability to communicate, to guard pick and roll, to switch out onto point guards and stay in front of them. And then the intensity, the intangible that he brings to your club.
Here's Chalmers. They get the rebound. Wade outside. Another shot, and it's good on the way up. Wade's got 12 points here in the second half.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Johnson can't hit.
The poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
The drive by James, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's an 11-point Heat lead.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Pierce with the screen on Chalmers. Williams dishes to Johnson. He feeds it to Garnett. Excellent D there from Haslam.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Outside Williams. Into Lopez. Can't get it to go. Good D by LeBron. Out to Wade. LeBron passes to Wade. James against Lopez. James in the post, and he gets it to go. LeBron's got 39.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Williams kicks to Johnson. Pass to Garnett. For three, Pierce, and the shot is good.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And the Heat call time here.
Yeah, they were getting windy. Good call here to give them a quick breather.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Wade dishes to Bosch. Can't cash in from close range. Nets trail by 10. Outside Williams. The kick out to Pierce. 6 to shoot. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Heat leading by 10. And Chalmers kicks to Haslam. Wade outside. Here's Bosch. That doesn't go either for Bosch.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Lopez sets a screen for Williams, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
He had pretty much played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's really the only time he's turned it over so far.
And it's the Heat with the ball. James outside. He kicks it to Chalmers. And it's sent back by Lopez. But they'll get another chance. Wade passes to LeBron. Back to Wade. 6 to shoot. LeBron outside. A floater, and that's 2 points on the layup. LeBron's got 41.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
Williams inside. Defended by Chalmers. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
16 seconds.
Johnson dishes to Williams. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
15 seconds.
Right side, Williams. Kicks to Lopez. Knocked loose. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Lopez against Wade. Feeds it to Haslam. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways. Udonis Haslem, born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat, and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader.
No good on the free throw. And back to Haslem. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence. Took them all the way to the NCAA championship game, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then at Florida. And he had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe to play first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization ever since.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
LeBron against Pierce. No good from Bosch.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Johnson kicks to Williams. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. Williams has got it back down to within single digits for Brooklyn. The Heat have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%.
And that assist earned him a nod from his teammate after the basket.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're losing by 10. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth. To the inside. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Williams has got 11 in the second half. Miami leading by 8. LeBron outside. Dishes it to Wade. Wade right side. And here's Chalmers from the arc. And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Heat lead by 11.
So it looks like just playing the last bit of this game out in what should be a nice win here for the Heat.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That certainly was their main meal, their bread and butter, if you will.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for James. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
Good! James has got 43 points.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now, thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson from outside. That is good. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Haslem, the pass to Wade. LeBron against Pierce. James outside. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, congratulations on a wonderful performance. Can you tell us what goes on in your mind when you get in this kind of a rhythm like we saw in this basketball game?
It's a zone you get into, and it's kind of unexplainable. And you try to go out there and you feel like it's nothing that you can't do. And hopefully the momentum just continue to go throughout the whole quarter, and it did. And not only did it open up for me, open up for the rest of us too.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, LeBron James.